Dude, that's such a weird bug. I don't know. I'm trying to play music and it's like being really weird. Well, looks like no music today, chat. Sorry. What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, wild. I would have to like stop the stream, close out OBS, reopen it. I don't know. I mean, I just turned on my computer too, so. Oh, we got Robot Guz too. What the heck? So weird. Hey, Trados, what's up? Hold on. Yeah, I can hear music, but y'all can't. Sorry. So, hello, Trados. Welcome to stream. It's Sunday. We're early. Super Bowl's like hour and 20-ish minutes. But also, we got some price action. Not much on Bitcoin, but it hasn't really been about Bitcoin, has it? It's been about the altcoins getting destroyed. So let's start on Bitcoin. So you can just see here real quick. We finally broke that, my God, 3-day lull. How often do you see price action so anemic like that? You get some intraday price action, but then the traders are settling up exactly where the candle opened. And now we had similar price action all day until Trump announced another big tariff, 25% tariff on certain metals. And that has marked the price down. And we don't even have the U.S. futures open for another 50 minutes, 50 minutes. So it will be interesting to see where they open. Probably not good, right? We'll talk about why does crypto sometimes sell off bad on the weekend. You could almost imply that it's going to sell off on the U.S. futures market because when liquidity is getting pulled out of the market, there's nowhere to pull it from except crypto. So that's what's happening. So you could almost imply, okay, we're going to gap down on S&P, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, Russell 2000. Maybe it recovers like last week, but doesn't bode well. So give me an audio check. Sorry about the music. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to restart my OBS. We're just going with it, man. Okay. I kind of want to watch the game too, like y'all do. I don't want to be live. If you wanted to watch a stream, I don't want you to have to miss the Super Bowl for it too. So, audio's okay. This is my first stream back since I was in Breckenridge. That was unfortunately not things haven't really changed much, have they, since my last stream, where things just looked kind of like they were maybe setting up for low prices. You got some, small arguments here and there, maybe not, like only arguments for setting up stop losses. That's it. Those stop losses very well could get triggered, and then you have no reason to own those assets because they have stupid downside potential. Loud and clear. Okay, so downside potential, unless, they're just going to keep doing the thing they've been doing 4 or 5 days, right? Up, down, up, down. If it's going to go run to the next level on the markdown, 92,779. That's it, to 91.9. That's your target area for Bitcoin still. But if they start reversing it, then you go to 99K, to 100K. That's target of the upside. So you're in between two major levels. We know that. Downside, if it went lower, the altcoins, oh my God, they're going to get shattered. Okay. Like, for instance, 1 hour, 49 minutes until it would be confirmed total market cap making its lowest daily candle close since November 20th, maybe even lower. So not great, man. It's not Bitcoin, it's the altcoins. Bitcoin's at 1.2%. Meh. Bitcoin dominance, you could imagine, broke out. But is it continuing to run? You know it today. Starting to, well, they broke it out and they pulled back yesterday. Today they're still that threshold. Look where we are. We're breaking out. Markup watch above 61.68%. I mean, your target from here is like 66.39%. There's a gap fill area. I would say maybe on deck, you could see maybe a couple of reversal points, 64.76. That's almost where it ran to. The crazy day, that crazy sell-off, fake out, godlike reversal February 3rd. So that's pretty much a retest of that level if they're actually breaking this thing out. So we'll see. Remember, you got the really that strong wave structure that implies higher too, the XABCD situation. All right.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Sorry, I can't play anything. It's all robot. If you want robot, we can do robot, but I don't think y'all would appreciate that. Just being real. Ethereum down 2.65%. Just 2 days ago, it was the lowest daily candle close since the election, and we're going for it again. We're going for the lowest daily candle close of 2025, lowest daily candle close on deck since November 5th. That was election day, general election day where Trump won. So you've round tripped. Just about. Not 100%, but how about for now? I mean, since we wicked down to 25.20, I mean, that's about, 96% of the gains lost. But hey, reaching an M shape, but I would still think there's a little downside, a little more downside, right? If you want, there's no question about it from the lowest point, XABCD, what's the 886? 886, well, wasn't it 2350, 2400? I mean, it was that level anyway. So you're just going back down to test those levels again. All right. But then you got to have price action. That's just an evaluation. That's like how we know, all right, we might be in the ballpark of a value trade, but then you got to have type 2 returns. All types of things have to be constructed down there. You have to have the oscillators play ball. People have to buy it because some of these altcoins have these completed M shapes and no one's buying them. They're still just at those 886s, starting to fall below them. Some have exceeded them. They've gone 100%. It's pretty ugly, man. I mean, for Bitcoin being at 95.5 and these alts doing what they're doing, we're in a new paradigm. It's a new paradigm. Where this market, it's the Bitcoin market, and altcoins are jokes. Not every single one, right? But Ethereum's definitely kind of a joke. Just think about, April 2021, Bitcoin was in the 50s. Ethereum's at the same price it was at back then. Over and over and over again. So XRP, that was doing all right. It was up 4% at the highs last night. So that means from the highs last night, it has lost 7% of its value. Because it's down 3.17%, not also looking great, right? You would just think here, if it's in between two levels and it's rolling over, if Bitcoin was to go to 92.7, which we don't actually know because it's one or the other, right? Could go to 99 next, whatever. Okay, well, but if Bitcoin was going to mark down to 92K, You would think XRP is probably going to see a 16% to 18% drawdown to go test those lows again more formally. And you better hold that. Otherwise, we're in a lot of trouble. But so that just, it's really crappy, right? For the swing trader, there's just no valid argument for a swing trade long right here. It's just, you have no edge, and there's tremendous downside potential. 17-18% is a lot of downside just before you see an inflection point after a crazy run. I mean, hey, man, I hope it holds. Like I was saying on my last stream, like, hey, man, I just hope Bitcoin randomly goes and breaks 100K. They went up and tested it one more time, but it was completely and utterly rejected. So when they do that, it's not like there's a new piece of data that's anything good. It's just, wow. Right? We got as high as 100,250 on Friday. And for it to all be given back just makes you kind of want to vomit, a little bit. So if somehow Bitcoin was to recover here and we were going to go to 100K again, I think your upside would take you to 265, 272. That would be your target if Bitcoin was going to reverse here to the upside. Randomly. Remember, randomly. Less random at 91.9, 92.7. But, my God, talk about random price action in between two levels the past 3 days in a row. Maybe 4. Going on 4 maybe if they recover it. So, let's look at Solana, down 2%. Okay, you have arguments here both ways. Unfortunately, this is how it is in crab markets, right? You could have a buyer that could be on one side of the aisle and a seller on the other side of the aisle, okay? The seller could say, hey, look, man, this looks like Doge. It looks like they tried and they failed, and you have a demand line that they did defend, though. They were breaking it on Friday. Or Thursday. On Thursday, they were breaking all support. But then they put in some sort of inverted hammer on Friday, Saturday. You recapture the key levels, and you got an M shape completed. So there's like a buyer that has an argument too. He could say, all right, buyers defended the level. This is a valid argument probably until you fall below 187.50, 187. You don't have so you might have an argument to own Solana above $198, $200, okay? But you certainly do not have an argument to own the asset below 191. If you've fallen back below 190, 191, the argument becomes to not own the asset. So if this M shape was to play out, which I don't know how, right? Animal spirits have to just magically return to this market. Bitcoin has to start magically catching bids. If it did, you could see a 260 target, easy. 270, almost $300 target if Bitcoin was going to run to 99K, if on the bullish side, right, if there was one. But remember, we've only been identifying distribution on Bitcoin for the past 3 weeks. That's it. Remember, long-term uptrend, mid-term no trend, short-term downtrend. That's Bitcoin right now. Okay, short-term downtrend still intact until we recapture 102.5. So if this level, if the buyers, whatever we saw yesterday was just bullcrap weekend price action, you're dumping and you're going to break back below 191, it's really bad. I mean, your downside potential is like 30% downside on Solana. So this is a crab market. This is a very neutral market, okay, at this current time where we are. You could be like one valley, second valley, the third valley, 3 rising valleys, man. And on the 3 rising valleys, second and third valley, you have a really nice bullish bat pattern. Okay, and defending the key levels. All right, that's the buyer's argument. Seller's argument would be if we break 190, the downside is just the bottom would fall out, and you would just go for a full reset. What would the full reset be? From this low here to high, you have an 886 down here, 88% retrace. So it's a tough market, very tough market right now, because arguments could be made only on Sol, really. Like, this is kind of one of the only ones where you could do this. Most of them suck. I mean, most are really bad. Like, you just looked at XRP, no opportunity, nothing you could do. It's not testing key levels. It's not completing M shapes. Ethereum, not completing M shapes really yet outside of the scam wick down. I think you would go retest that. You're not at inflection points, that's for sure. And you're going for your lowest close since November 20th. So it's almost like if you look to the rest of the market, you would say bearish on Sol, because what's Sol going to just randomly pump while everything else dumps? Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Okay, sometimes it's a lot clearer. But again, I look at a lot of altcoins and I said, it looks terrible. It looks ready to, go short. Looks like, okay, we just set a stop loss here. Lots of downside. And I'll show you why. Okay. But let's look at BNB. That crazy. It was crazy, man. It was like, whoa. They took it down to the key inflection point. We know how long we've had these levels plotted. And they ran it back up to the next, right? It's only resistance though. 621, 638 is only resistance. The 200-day simple moving average, only resistance right now, trading below it. 1 hour, 38 minutes, still confirmed below it unless something happens. So that means, what does that mean? Like, if Bitcoin was to mark down, wow, you have unlimited downside. Your downside potential on BNB, if this is a formal bearish back test of the key level. Remember, what happened when it was resistance in March of last year? What happened was resistance late March last year? What happened was resistance April last year? What happened when April last year? What happened was bearish back tested June of last year? You went all the way down to 500 again. So like if Bitcoin was to mark down, right, and you were to go to 91K, and so we had some high volatility. I mean, you got like 16% downside to go retest 500 again because it's either 500 or it's 630, 638. You're at resistance. You're below the resistance. So that's pretty high risk up here. Okay, you have no forms of confirmation. You'd like to see 500 again because if they hold it successfully the second time, then that's the confirmation low. Yeah, very tough. Only putting in a lower high again, so your short-term downtrend continues on BNB too, just like Bitcoin. TA on VET. Oh yeah, we're gonna look at these, man. It doesn't look good. VeChain has more downside. Okay, just letting you know. Spoiler alert. So these are your big cryptos. We can look at total real quick. I like totals. Sorry, dude. I don't have the sound clips today. It's all weird. Total. Again, I was just saying earlier, going for the lowest daily candle close since November 20th. Recovering off the lows. Bitcoin's is probably going to end up back at 96.5. But we did have some initial price action because of Trump's tariffs. But it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. It seems pretty inconsequential for now because that move down was kind of nothing. But yeah, that right there. Still above 2.93 trillion, so you're okay, right? Anything above that's fine. That's the old candle high close from November 2021 in the wick, the zone. You're still trading above those levels, so I guess you're safe. Fine like a fruit fly. You want to look at Doge that was down plus 4+%. Remember, this one was a kind of almost a no-brainer. It looked really good for lower prices. After that back test, January 30th, 31st, it was just perfect. They broke the demand line. They had bearishly back tested the key level from history. It was nice. Very bearish price action. So it was like very easy to manage risk with the stop loss above 34-ish cents, with lots of downside if it succeeded. And we didn't know it would play out within 3 days. 2 of the 3 targets. The third target still has not been tested, 17.8 cents, and it may never be tested, right? It just may not. But target 2 was 21.95 cents. That was touched. And you just see like the trend you're in is lower highs, lower lows for now. But yeah. Going for right now, if all stayed the same or lower, you'd be making the lowest daily candle close in 1 hour, 35 minutes since November 9th. So the lowest, you're working on the lowest close of 2025. But again, a lot of time left. And as you can see, the sell-off's not really that bad on Bitcoin. It could, again, might take it. They've done that twice tonight, or last night, Oh my God, it's going to, and then just right back here and you rally, pull back. Okay. 96.5 is like a magnet right now. I'm missing a good set too. His music's good. What's up, Tomcat? What's up, Bitcoin Happening? Mr. Magoo, Jalov. McChanlink's here, dude. He wants Link, man. Ethereum's up 2% off the lows now. Yeah, as I'm saying, man. This is just dead weekend price action. Little news event. Scared the bots, but it's recovering. But man, some of these just my alerts were going off on this little dip, on this nothing burger dip. They were just like, Cardano was getting shredded, man. Yeah, so all right. Some losers. XLM, it was down 8+%. Going for a bearish engulfing candle. Hour 34 minutes till it's closed. Going for the lowest daily candle close of the year. Lowest close since November 21st. That's upon you unless the bids start coming in. They might bamboozle it, man. Let's hit, you're in between two big levels on Bitcoin. So, but let's say 30.5 cents. This just was tested again. If it doesn't hold, it is a big level. Okay, below this level equals 23.23 cents. So you have an argument to maybe not own XLM if it breaks that level for real, because the downside potential on XLM is 23%. The 200-day moving average is there, as well as the next inflection point from history. That is X marks the spot on XLM if the buyers are unable to defend the level that they just tested again. The reason it's probably not breaking, because Bitcoin's off the lows. But you can imagine, I'd say about 23% downside of Bitcoin's going to go see 92K. Oh, yikes. All right, let's do a poll on the Super Bowl real quick. That's good to see y'all. All right. All right, there's your poll. Answer your poll. Or else. Okay, so that's each one of your biggest losers today is XLM. Interesting, right? Wow. Theta. This is one. There's a basket of these that are at these 886s. They're at their price reversal zones, but that P stands for potential. I mean, I don't know. Price reversal zone, PRZ. Price reversal zone. It's there. Maybe a reaction, failed little hammer. You're coming back to test it. You're just right there, man. So we're wanting to see some sort of positive price action here. I don't know how it happens unless Bitcoin runs to 100K again. And then still, that happens. It was like, dude, think about what happened. Bitcoin on Friday was at 100,250. These altcoins didn't do anything. Nothing happened. It was like they had a little rally and it was a joke, and it just all, like, if this was trading like Bitcoin, it would have been at 158, 166. Just no one's buying. So, yeah, we don't take action on the type 1s anyway. We're just staring at an M-shape completing, but there's no one home. No one's answering the door. It's Mesogamma, dude. I finally knocked Mesogamma down towards the end of the ski run. That was my goal all along. Yeah, I'm feeling much better with the altitude. It's like so different. I mean, I have a new lease on life, being able to breathe at 100% oxygen capacity. It's wonderful. Okay. So the next one was VeChain, down 5.43%. All these are off their lows. Okay. Bitcoin is too. But here you go, right? 88% retrace, been targeting this area, 2.6 cents. Oh, man. So it's like the price action's just terrible, man. It's terrible. It's like, what are they doing? You're below the 200-day moving average now. You're bearishly back testing 3.3 cents. Look how real this level is. The battle here from history is very real. Look, what they do when it was tested as resistance, it rolled over. It lost a crap load of value. Look what happened. It was resistance, and then it lost 26% of its value. Look what happened when it was tested as resistance, July of last year. It ended up losing 44% of its value in 3 weeks. What are you doing right now? Oh, wow, it's doing the same thing. It's broken, and it's bearishly, the sellers are, market participants are confirming this level that was a reversal point from history is a reversal point again in a bad way, a bearish way. Bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed in 1 hour and 30 minutes, going for the lowest daily candle close since November 17th. That's really, really, hey, man, maybe tomorrow, Bitcoin pumps 100K, VeChain's back above 3.3 cents. Let's talk about it. That data's not here yet. It doesn't exist. So we can only go about the data that exists right now. And so far, that's some bad price action at a very real level that I just showed you. I'm not like making it up. I'm not like, haha, dude, look, it's real. It's bearish. It's being back tested. And so the 886, you would think your target's 2.5 cents, which is...
I hope the vacation was fine. Let's check it even though it's bad.
Bjorn, yeah, very bad, boys. Very bad. I can't play my soundboard. Look, dude, VeChain had just hit the actual 886. It's like 17% downside from here. Yeah, let's get a Cardano right now. Why not? It's not at the, it's not the worst, but it was starting to nuke. It was making its lowest prices. We'll do it now. Down 4.85%. It was down 6.6% or something. No, it hit 66.6 cents. It was scary. So, look, man, same thing. I wouldn't touch this crap till 40 cents anyway. I don't care what it does. 40 cents for the big old M shape. But yeah, you're going for your lowest daily candle close since November 14th on Cardano. Anything below 89.5 cents equaled do not own the asset at all. Don't own it because downside implication and flushed. And you're probably going to go for a test of 51 cents soon. But again, if you wanted to like wait for value, true value on a joke coin, I don't give a crap. But it's Hoskinson's son, and he's in Colorado and he has a beard, dude. Come on, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 886. Why not just wait for an 88% retrace if you're a swing trader, and then wait for a confirmation low and bullish divergence? Give me variables. Give me to a recognizable place where assets reverse for real, resounding recoveries, 886s. Just wait. Was there something else you wanted to say, Bjorn, about it? 200 moving averages on deck, 62.5 cents. You have, look, man, you broke this high from December 2023. You broke this high from May 2023. You understand how bad it is when you're below that level? That was like an old range, man. That was the top of the range. And you are now trading below it. Today would be the first candle close below the zone, the top of the range. Okay, so yeah, that level's there, but the big one you can clearly see it's. You would just wait. You would wait for 40 cents. If you never get it, oh well, move on. Okay. So back to the list, Bitcoin 95.7, all is well, man. It's all is the same. It's down. It's about right at where the lows of the day, the past 3 days were. Really not a big deal. Like it was getting kind of, here we go, 94.7, but they have bounced this thing about $1,000 off the lows. That really, that's kind of good that it, 25% tariffs on certain metals or whatever Trump's posting, that freak out. That would be a big freak out of the markets and kind of not a big deal on Bitcoin so far. So I have nothing to tell you. All I can do is just paint to you why I'm saying 40 cents because of this. 88% retrace. We know it's there. So we just wait. You just wait. Sucks. The Cardano comment is not there. There was a Cardano comment here. We got evidence of that too. I don't know how far back I'm going to have to go, but it was freaking there. What was that? That was back in August, yeah. Oh my God, I'm like. Yeah, navigating's not easy. We're getting there. Okay. I'm just saying, like, there are times when there are here it is. Add everyone. Major development on the weekly. That was when everyone in the Citadel Patreon was pinged on this. The date was 9/24, September 24th. Okay. Right there. It made sense. It was like, okay, we recognize this structure. We know this thing, 886. 1414. Okay. So this is why, like, this is when you care about the asset. You don't care about an asset when it's like not completing the, M shapes, when it's not, the BAMM, you're below that B point, bad action magnet move, high probability of at least 786, at least 46 cents. So there's nothing to do, even if it was to rally here in reverse. It's just hands off. Sucks, I know. Like, at least on Sol, you have some sort of local structure. At least you got buyers trying to defend a level. Maybe you got through rising valleys, but you don't act like you know. You just know where to set the stop loss up. Like here, there's not really much to do. Okay. And Nixer, I don't know who you are, dude. You don't know crap, so have fun. Yeah, so like what happens if Cardano goes to 40 cents, pivots and runs to 147 and beyond? That's what I'm saying. Who are you? Like, what are you talking about? You clearly don't trade crypto. Meaning what, dude? Because an asset probably needs to lose more value doesn't mean the run's over. 886 equals higher low than previous low. Than previous lows. The higher lows continue to come in. We're just looking for structures so we can manage our risk appropriately, and we can give ourselves a greater than 50% chance of a particular outcome, which will be up in this situation. Right now, you do not have an edge. You have no idea. You're flipping effing coins right now to buy Cardano. You are. So we can go back. Look at IOTA, waiting for an 886 on this one. You're at the 786, you're at the 200. You probably want 15.6 cents. Right here, an inflection point, inflection zone. You would want Cardano, or not Cardano, but IOTA to lose another 26 to 30% of its value, and then we're waiting for, type 2 returns, positive price action correlation to key levels. That's what we'll be looking for. So for now, it doesn't really make too much sense. Trying to take a fresh long on IOTA right here, even if it rallied, you don't have to have an edge for an asset to rally. But boy, did that bearish consolidation structure play out wonderfully. Measure move, you'd think that's it already, for sure. What about Neocoin? Remember China to me, break that support. Oh my God, like they've done it. They're 886 in this thing. So this could be like type 2 return on the weekly. Dang. Yeah, you wonder, is like type 1, type 2? Well, maybe. Let's get some favorable price action. By God, dude. Yeah, interesting on NEO. But dude, one thing that's sad is they have completely round tripped this thing, right? Think about it. It completes this structure. I could pull this one up too. This was identified. It existed. Okay, it took a little while to play out, but after that engulfing candle, it goes up, proceeds 130% in 28 days, and now it has lost all of that, 100%. Brett's a scam coin, by the way, chat. If you buy Brett coin, you're an idiot. Okay, no one in this chat should ever buy Brett coin. Brett coin is for low IQ people. Okay, just letting you know. Hey, want to lose money? You buy Brett coin. Wait, there's more. There's more assets that are getting destroyed. Right? Remember this trade setup 2 or 3.
Than most now, since most of them are close to 886 lb. Can we still look for a wick fill at 200 mega amperes for re-entry?
Let me Chainlink. Yeah, we were going to get to it. Thank you, man, for contributing to this stream. Link. Sometimes these tend to catch up. So it's all about the levels, right? And if you're below a particular level, you have an argument to not really own the asset. But if the buyers are able to recapture that $20 level, we might be okay. So ZRX, this thing was down 51% that brutal February 3rd day, and it recovered, going for its lowest close, weekly close since October. It's bad, man. Below the levels, not good. Not much here either. I wouldn't even think about it. So H bar is pretty concerning here. Okay, pretty concerning. You've already topped out. Shooting star on the weekly. You have an argument to not own H bar anymore below 23.4 cents. You know, if they get above it, that'd be new data. That'd be them trying to recapture a local level from December. Okay. But is that happening yet? No. I mean, hey, Bitcoin, they're going to reverse it and bamboozle, and it's going to run to 100K tomorrow, Monday, whatever. Then H-bar buyers might recapture 23.4 cents. But until then, you got to be really cautious because you're going for the lowest daily candle close on H-bar since December 1st. You're going for a bearish engulfing candle, and you're going for a formal bearish back test of an old support is flipping to resistance. And see, there you go on Bitcoin, right? It's like, oh, tariffs. This is the daily. This looks like a 5-minute, 1-minute chart, doesn't it? The daily. We're going 4 days in a row of the exact same situation. But again, hour 18 minutes, this thing could be way up, way down. Okay. But yeah, H-bar, if you care about levels, you really want to see the buyers come in and take 23.4 cents out. You want to see the price rise above that because the longer you spend below that level, the higher the probability is of 16 cents. There's a lot of downside potential below 23.4 cents. Just letting you know, okay? That's it. Hope it holds, man. Pray for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the answer to everything reversing here, being okay. Like if Bitcoin's fine, seems like it's okay, then alts might be okay too. Harry Beaver, guess what? Those Yanks that you call low IQ built the world you live in now. The modern conveniences you have, all because of Yanks. We built the world, man. What'd you do? What the Brits been doing the past 100 years? What innovations have the British made, contributed to human society in the past 100 years? Now, yeah, I get it. There was a time before, yeah, y'all conquered the world, all that. But you can laugh and make jokes all you want, dude. How's Pepe Coin doing? I'm pretty much, it's round tripped, right? Trump gets elected, and then Pepe goes up 230% in a month and loses 100% of those gains and is below 99728. So if you recapture that, maybe you got a lot of upside, but until then, let's talk. Just nothing to talk about. Had a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. Okay. Let's look at Link real quick. That's, probably not having too bad of a day. It's only down 1.4%. It's not, yeah. So I don't really, if you're above 20 cents or $20, I'm cool with it. What you really want to see here, whatever it does, like it could be tomorrow, it could be this week sometime, 2 weeks from now, you want to see this, and then you want to see this. If you get that, we got an argument for a swing trade, for a long setup, easy to manage risk, right? But we got to recapture $19, $23, and $20 because then we get that. You've got to recapture. You're below the levels. The longer you stay below these levels, the higher the chance becomes you're going to go test 1642, 1567, the next levels. Like it did that on the 3rd. So you would patiently be waiting. If you want insurance, right, you want to see the buyers recapture $20. And then if you want an argument to take a swing trade, to take a fresh long, you want them to not just recapture, but then reconfirm the validity of the area as support again because it was violated. Anytime an area is violated by sellers, you don't just want them to recapture, the buyers to recapture the level, you want them to reconfirm its validity as support, okay? So that's Link. It's in between two levels. It's like Bitcoin. Wow, it's either $16.40 or $20. Look, dude, this is crazy. To have that going on I don't know if I've ever in my life, if they close it like this in an hour 15 minutes, I don't think it's ever happened before. I've never seen Bitcoin price action where traders are doing this 4 days in a row. Go find me history on Bitcoin's daily that looks like this, and I'll show you a surprise person, okay? We got 15 minutes till futures open, so see what happens. Looks like not a big deal. Maybe the index funds are just going to be flat. So you get it, McChanlink? Thank you, dude. So everything's coming off the lows. You can thank Bitcoin for that. It's always been that way. How about Tezos? Well, here you go, man. I mean, they hit the 88%. They completed the M shape. By the grace of God, they did it. Shoot, man. I mean, the 86 cents, we were waiting for that. It was crazy. We were in the 130s, 140s when we were talking about 86 cents. We got it. Okay, so is there a confirmation low? No, not yet. You don't have to have confirmation low for a major reversal. You prefer one. So it's kind of like Solana, right? Solana, where it's like, okay, they completed the M shape and they're technically above 82.9 cents. All right, so you could have a stop, but chances are what would be best if you could get it is you would want something like this. You would want a second test. You want a confirmation low at these 886s. It would strengthen your argument for a more resounding rally. But yeah, it's in the handful of the completed M shapes, right? It was perfect. Band that was just utterly destroyed. See, like violated the 886. It wasn't even a thing. Didn't even happen, right? It was like, this is what happens. We're navigating a scam coin market, right? It's a scam market. They took it to the 100% retrace, the all-time low. It made an all-time low. And, I mean, I don't think you could give a crap. I mean, this could be exactly where you want to long it. Fine, have a stop. 83 cents. But if Bitcoin goes any lower, this thing's just going to make fresh all-time lows. What kind of sucks about it is there's no evidence of accumulation. It's just a range. In fact, there's maybe evidence of long-term distribution. Here's your high. Here's your lower high. Remember, on this high, Bitcoin went up 60%. So this asset trading lower than when Bitcoin made much higher highs than this high. This high was when Bitcoin made 74K. This high is when Bitcoin went over 100K. So, and you're below the 200. It's awful. Like, it's just, welcome to the scam market, man. ICP, ugh. Just sitting at a support again, the same support that buyers defended in July and August and September and November. Here we are again. Are they going to defend it once more, or is Bitcoin going to go to 92K and we see easy $5? Yikes, man. We've never seen an 886 from this low, have we? No. If, say, Bitcoin goes to 92K, that's a perfect target, $5. Major 88% retrace. I mean, you would probably wait, man. Probably wait. And we got, chat's kind of crazy today. Thanks for the 726 y'all here. It's kind of I don't know. We got a lot of emotions going on in the chat. We got newer people. We got some trash talkers. People we've never seen before. I mean, welcome, but hey, if you're like new, you can be nice. You can be like, hey man, what's up? Not like, you're a know-it-all, you're a genius, you know everything, right? I mean, go ahead, act like that. Because we sure as heck don't act like we know where assets are going next. All we know are the levels and how we can get an edge if we're lucky. Algo, I'll show you, it's down 2%. It was down like 4%. But I'm just telling you, like, you see it. It's like an incomplete M shape. You're on the C to D wave. Like, unless, Bitcoin goes to 100K plus, Algo, think about the downside potential on this asset. You can't even believe it right now. Oh no. No, we're not doing the weird saxophone. Well, it doesn't even matter. Y'all can't even hear the music anyway. I'm pausing it. I'm playing Skyrim Atmospheres myself. Okay, hold on. What the? Good Lord. Give me a sec, man. There it is. All right. So it's just like the levels, man. We don't know where this is going, but we do know the levels for sure. We know for a fact what they are. It's undeniable. You can't argue. I don't care if you're new and you think you know everything. If you're new and you think you know everything, you would agree here that this is a major inflection point from years ago. It's been support many times. It's been resistance, reversal areas. Look, it was a support. They defended and it ran up. Attempted rally, failed. Now you're here. And now what are you doing? You're trading below the level. And you're formally, for now, regarding it as resistance. Well, they've done that before, chat. And when it was confirmed as resistance, what did they do? It got devastated. It lost so much value. I mean, the last time this level was regarded formally as resistance, this asset, in the end, ended up losing 66% of its value in 131 days. So you can just talk all the trash you want. You know, Brad's having to hide people, time people out this whole stream. I keep seeing it peripheral. Person's hidden, person's timed out. Okay, I don't give a crap. That's happening right now, whether the buyers come in and defend it or not. We're just identifying what the present data is. And my God, if it's real, I hope it's not. You get it? There's a difference between it happening and me hoping. I'm not hoping for algorithm to lose 16 or lose 38% of its value and go to 16.69 cents. But I think it makes a lot of sense if this is how they're correlating price to this level. Okay, so just hope that Bitcoin recovers. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad time on Algorand. And there is a lot of fear and anger, man. It's crazy. Calm down, everyone. ICX, round trip, man. Trading at the same price it was trading at the election, the day of the election. Wow. Nothing to say. What a joke. You know, in this situation, you just want to see something. Like, give me like a local structure now. You're just impulsing. Maybe it's concluded. Maybe you go back down 10.4 cents. But I want to see a double bottom, an inverse head and shoulders. I want to see something locally develop here. You don't have crap. Not yet. Yeah, people shell shocked, I guess. I don't know. It's like, this is when things get like to levels that are really high and then they stay up there. It's a lot harder of a market than when they're beaten down, destroyed, and there's completed M shapes at value areas. Dot, I don't even know. I haven't looked at Dot. Okay, so here we go. You got this one in the category of, hey, maybe we get a type 1 return soon. Like, if you want the framework that gives us a really good chance of a big reversal, you probably want a reaction, and then you want a reversal. You want a type 1, you want a type 2. And the second low that's discernible in the daily, you want to see bullish divergence. You just don't have it yet. We're getting there. They're making progress, but very nice M shape. You got to love it, but when real reaction at the 886, it's going to be impossible without Bitcoin. Bitcoin has to go to 100K for this thing to play out. But the problem is Bitcoin did go to 100K, chat. It went to 100K, and DOT only went to $4.90 during that moment a few days ago. That's what's concerning. Like, Bitcoin can do its thing, and then the altcoins catching nothing. No bids. How about Holochain? I think it was the same. M shape, but it's like it hit 100% retrace, really. From this low to high, 100% retrace. It's near at the pattern completion zone, but when bids, dude, if what happens if the buyers can't defend 1.5 tenths of 1 cent? It's that old, listing high from 2019, a reversal point also from April 2019. It's like that's the level, and can't hold. My God, man, you're at kind of levels where there is some support for sure. But this just means, all right, we have to have Bitcoin go higher. Bitcoin's still like 50% higher than it was during the election. 45 to 50% higher. And then you have Holochain, just another altcoin that has appreciated in value 0% since the election. Yeah, it pumped and dumped. Different worlds. Bitcoin is not the same as crypto. These altcoins, Bitcoin is not crypto. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. These are a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the first of its kind. It is a digital property. Digital property. None of these coins we're looking at are digital property. I don't give a crap what you say, but dude, look at the white paper. But dude, RDev has a good heart. He's charismatic. This has the best protocol. Yeah, okay, well, round trip. 100% round trip. 0% gains since November 5th. Say what you want. Storage coin, looking at this one, it was doing things, and then it's just, nope, round trip, complete round trip. But hey, you know what it could do? It could be the weekly type 2 return. Could be crazy. Could be insane, man. All right, like what if they, what if they defended? This is such a real level. Like, just look. It's not my opinion. It's just where they've reversed this thing before. So we got some crazy stuff like this. So you got to wonder on the weekly, if it holds over the next month, you could be like type 1 reaction. That was the reaction we got. Underperformed really bad, dude, than a lot of others. And then that could be the type 2. Very interesting to see if we get it, okay? Could be a level to manage risk, right? I mean, maybe they take it back down on the daily to 28, 29 cents. You'd have to stop at that point, maybe at 26 cents, 26.5 cents, because you would never want to own the asset below 28 cents or 27 cents. Below that, the argument becomes to never own storage, but the closer you are to that level, the easier it is to strategize an entry and a stop loss. But kind of interesting here, maybe. Guess we'll see. Got 1 hour and 1 minute until the daily and the weekly close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Okay. Don't kill the messenger. Don't get mad at me and hate on me because the market sucks. Like, it's not my fault. What did I do? I'm just covering this dumpster fire of a crypto market. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Just covering it, man. Dash. I'm looking at these scam coins for you. Look, the futures are not open yet. They're about to be in 2 minutes. So. I have no idea, Eric. I don't know. All right, so Dash, it's at a support. I can't believe it, right? Now you always want like a local structure to develop at supports. Local being like the impulse, and then here's one low, and then you want something like this to happen. That would be better. You want like a double bottom at supports. You just have one low. So you might continue higher, but it'd probably be pretty weak rally, and then you'll roll over again and get a retest later. But yeah, for a scalper, maybe, man. I just don't. This. Buyers better come in on Bitcoin. They better, man. Power hour is upon us in 30 seconds. Render. Another one, man. Just another. It's a major 88% retrace. I mean, they round tripped it. Trading lower right now than when Trump won the election. Not by much, but all those gains are gone. This would just be another educational moment for newer market participants that scam coin cryptos are meant to be traded and nothing else. Trading, you have price objectives, you layer out, you exit. They're not going to go forever. Say this thing, okay, say reaction and reversed. You're going to have a trading plan. You're going to have layering out, targets. Even if it was going to go way higher, like you got to, man. You got to have a plan. Otherwise, you're just going to lose all of it. It's going to run up however much percent, right? Look, since the election, it ran up 166%, all gone. So, okay, when reaction, we have not gotten one yet. We have not really gotten a reaction at this level. So we'll wait for a reaction, then a reversal later. So you're making progress, but still, I think even if you want a reaction, you have to have Bitcoin go to 100K again. But the problem is Bitcoin went to 100K and this asset did nothing. So I don't even know how to tell you. This market is so weak. The altcoin market, remember, 36 million cryptos exist. 36 million, non-exaggeration. That is a real effing number. Last cycle, it was like 18,000. Cycle before, 3,300. You get it? There are just too many coins now. Uniswap. Well, I still think you got some more downside. I mean, this was like the initial target, right? From here, below $13, equal to 867, you hit it, okay? And you're just sitting here. But just because you're sitting here, we need the target because it's an inflection point from history. That's it. Nothing else, okay? So it went to that level. It's a magnet. So if they don't hold this magnet level, it'll magnetize down to 697. You'll run down and lose all that and retest that low we saw in the third. You're below the 200 moving average. Someone will be like, well, this is the X point. Then it's a completed M shape with no real reaction yet. I mean, no real movement. So 867, that's that listing price on the Coinbase exchange back here. That's why it's been plotted here. Okay. It's below this overhead resistance of 983. It's not good. So if you don't hold this level, which you are right now, you just have your alert set up below it, 859, 858. Could you hear that beep? You're breaking support, and 697 will be back on deck. If you wanted a true 886 where there's no controversy, you got to go to 655, which you got close, but you didn't get there. You were very close. It was like an 85, 86% retrace. So if you want an M shape to complete here, you're not there yet. You're almost. I mean, but if you want to go by the rules, by the book, it's XA, B, C, and then D right here. Yeah. That's a lot of downside. But hey, they're holding support, so who's to say that support won't hold and they won't run it back up $13? I just don't know how, right? Some sort of paradigm shift would have to happen because Bitcoin went to 100K and this altcoin went to 940, went up 40 cents. It didn't even test the 200 moving average. And wow. So it's like the larger market cap coins are kind of fine, but dang, man, there's just no demand on these coins, clearly. Real bad. Whew. I'm just looking at these. Okay, hey, got futures open. Let me try to... Where's my futures? US futures? No. I'm pulling it up. If you give me a sec. Yeah, we'll look at Trump coin, dude, and Melania coin if you want. Chat, it's true. We are in power hour. Let's see. Quad index funds, okay. Is the data? Yeah, here we go. So they did gap down, as we kind of maybe thought might have happened, right? But at the same time, it's not a big deal. The gap's like filling now. Not on the... Here, I'll show you real quick. It's literally nothing burger, okay? So there's nothing you're worried about. I'm showing you right here. S&P futures top left. We see what I was saying. Gapped down, but meh. Right, they'll go fill this gap. But the concerning part is the structure, right? A very, very concerning... I mean, if you know what's been going on in this market. I covered it very thoroughly on Thursday or whenever the last time went live in Breckenridge. You now have a third peak, classic distribution, but this whole structure here is the second attempt. The first time, and here's the second time. And this is all happening at a 1618 fib extension from another pattern, a deep crab or... Yeah, so third peak resolution, meaning, okay, we're either about to rip to 62, 6300, or we're about to collapse. We're about to have a nice big correction down to 58, 5700. So it's just concerning. These are just distribution structures. It just is. It's not my opinion. It's just what it is we're identifying. So look, I mean, that right there, those peaks, that was the old all-time high from early December. It just was. And so they up thrust again, and now perfect bearish back test on the third peak.
Also do LTC for $10 cat. We so poor here.
Love Jeep. Come on, man. So yeah, I would just say, like, wow, what a on the third peak, what a perfect bearish back test. It's like artwork what the composite man's doing to these levels. Too perfect of correlation, too perfect of symmetrical structures, man. It's like, what the heck? So, but yeah, they'll fill the gap everywhere. And, you know, up here you got another just test, right? On the Dow Jones futures right here. Top right. Test, and then test again locally. Are you kidding me? 4 hour, I know, but like 4 hour, I can show you what's going on. So, okay, are they just going to do this and just run higher? Okay, fine. But yeah, another gap down, and they're just running it to go fill the gap probably really soon. Yep, highs of new day from open. NASDAQ futures up here also, like, you know, highs to high here, then all these highs are lower than this high. So it's like, is there distribution? 1, 2, 3 here locally. It's like, oh God. So, yep. Off the gap down, it was nothing burger. The tariff news, we're good, dude. It's a non-event. Non-event, dude. Yeah, we got Department of Government Efficiency. That's going to be confirmed. Elon spent millions of dollars on Super Bowl ads to expose the corruption of the U.S. aid leftist slush fund, the most corrupt scandal in the history of human civilization, and it's not even close. How crazy is that, man? That occurred. Yeah. And then possibly XRP. I think I've heard rumors that there's going to be an XRP commercial, which I've seen it before. Bitcoin has had volatility during Super Bowls. Yeah. If you watch Super Bowls, and I'll do both. I got the Bitcoin chart and the Super Bowl. I've seen it in the past where erotic price action settles down after. Same thing. Probably tonight. When it starts. So Super Bowl starts in like 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Then you got the Antichrist halftime show. Don't watch that if you're a Christian. They're mocking God. Do not mock God, dude. You're gonna get wrecked. So we continue. I mean, Atom, they're unlimited S coins. Look, another M shape completing. You're just sitting there waiting for a real reaction. I mean, someone would say it happened, high volume, right? But you're just completing an M shape. So it's in that category where they're there. Gotta wonder. It's like, something would have to change where if Bitcoin goes to 100K again, you're going to have to get, altcoins have to catch a lot more price action, a lot more bids than what they got on the third. Okay, so there are ones that look set up for way lower prices. There are ones that are completing M shapes, but they're just type 1 reactions and they haven't really reacted yet, and you're waiting for the reaction and then the return later. There are some that don't have really anything. There's some that are just Filecoin completed an M shape, but exceeded it. Like it went to 100% retrace. It didn't. So there's literally no evidence of accumulation at all now. None. I mean, it hit its second lowest level in history. I mean, it hit the lowest level a few days ago, seen since December 18th of 2022. Multi-year lows on Filecoin recently, and lower than it was on the 3rd. So just, you want to take a chance, I guess you just stop loss below 280. If you don't really have an edge down here because you're always looking for those confirmation lows. But if you're a scalper, I guess, but you better pray for 100K Bitcoin. But 100K Bitcoin's only going to get you to 350. So Bitcoin's got to maybe go to 100, 110K, 120K for these altcoins to really recover by the looks of it. GRT, another one, just got wrecked, like 100%. It round tripped. It went lower. In fact, it hit its lowest level on the 3rd since November of 2023. Multi-year lows again. But maybe on the weekly, it could be type 2 return setting up. Could be crazy, man. Yeah, 48 minutes to the close. So, yeah, just whatever. I mean, the weekly could be okay on a few of these that round trip because they're just going to be putting in major type 2 returns. But give me a candle. Give me like a bullish engulfing candle, a bullish hammer, something. Going for the lowest weekly candle close. Can you believe this? Like, this is about to happen, okay? This isn't necessarily like a good thing. Going for the lowest weekly candle close on GRT since October 30th of 2023. It's just gross, man. Yeah, so maybe next week we get something positive that could give us an argument. Or we can start seeing really, oh, okay, maybe it is a type 2 return because there's positive price action finally. Comp is, again, we're just looking at these S coins, okay? Because what else is there to look at? 88% retrace. I mean, it looks like another completed M shape. It's in that category. It's right there, you know. It's beautiful. So give me a reaction. Maybe they come retest this level, and then we get a return later, and then we could get some sort of bullish divergence, and it could be an amazing, actionable setup. But yeah. I just, again, I have concerns because it's like, okay, so Bitcoin hit 100K plus, and comp went to 52.45, and it's a 50.60. So it's like Bitcoin would have to go, that if that's the same way it's going, we're going to have to see like all-time highs for comp to even go up to $60. So, you know, there's some that are here. So, like, pay attention. There's like time to start monitoring some of these at their 886s. Okay. I hate that my music's messed up today. I can't have my vibes. But yeah, here's the futures again. Gold opened too. Gold opened. It is super flat. It is up 0.05%. Nothing burger. Oil opened. It is flat. It is up 0.01%. So flat as crap. Australia ASX futures open down 0.11%. It's a big nothing burger open on futures. So that tariff news on Trump with Trump didn't mean anything. It meant this much, just enough to gap it, but they virtually already filled the gap. So yeah, I mean, there is a conspiracy about the Chiefs and the referees. Probably, you know, those refs that are rigging the game for the Chiefs, they're probably on the USAID payroll. Let's be real here. What's the poll look like? We have 561 votes on this poll, and it's literally 50%. No way. Okay, that's a decent amount of votes, but like, wow. I mean, there's no edge, chat. Half of y'all think the Chiefs going to win. Half of y'all think the Eagles will win, and that's about very accurate. That's pretty much if you're going to bet on tonight's game, that's the edge you have. None. You don't have an edge betting on the Super Bowl tonight, I don't think. I want the Eagles to win because of some bias with former Alabama players, but the Chiefs also have a couple Alabama players too. Surtain, I think one more, but whatever. So you have some assets that are up today. Can you believe it? Avalanche. It finally did it. It hit the 886, hit the inflection point, but that's about it. Not enough of an argument to really take an awesome an argument meaning like, hey, you have evidence that there could be or would be a resounding reversal. You want local confirmation lows for that. So if it was going to do anything, you want to see this. Oh no, bearish back test, then this. And then you have a really good argument for a strong trade setup. Easy to set up your stop loss, your upside potential targets. So we're getting there on some of the alts, but we're just not completely there yet. So maybe the new week comes and the ones that are hitting these 886s, they catch big reactions. I'm not opposed at all to that. Litecoin, I mean, above 110, whoa, easy 137, but below 110, 109.79. Below this, it's a retest of 84. That's where we are, man. So insurance would be waiting for buyers to recapture this zone and then a retest of the zone. Easy to set up an entry, a stop loss just below that level, and your upside is maximum if this happens. But until then, man, it's good that they're recapturing 105.27, right? Because it's a zone, man. It's where all these reversals from history have occurred. You want them to be not testing as resistance, because if it's a successful bearish back test, look at the implications. Look what history shows you what happens to the asset. So you want this to happen so you can sleep at night well knowing you're above the level and you've recaptured it and you're retesting it as support again. Until then, you're only, right now, with the data that exists right now, it is recapturing part of the zone, but it's still, unfortunately, below the top of the zone, which is like $110. You see, it's real. It was support. It was resistance. It was support. So, again, if things don't go well for Bitcoin, because remember, you're in between two levels here. So if it's going to go to the bottom end of this range between 92K and 100K, if it does, I mean, just think about where this could end up. I mean, just right back down, like 20% downside if this is resistance. But above 110, holding above it long enough, you have like 25% upside. So it's kind of tricky. Tomorrow we'll know if Alabama is number one in basketball. I think they will be tomorrow. And then Tennessee would be 2 and Auburn would be 3. So it'd be Alabama's 1 and our top 2 rivals are 2 and 3. When does that ever happen? That is crazy. All right, so 110 is everything. 110 is your insurance. We got 40 minutes till your weekly daily close. We haven't been really looking at these weeklies as much. Weekly, mother of God. Remember, this was the old entry. Like, remember the trade setup was constructed here because the buyers had recaptured a level, then they reconfirmed it as support. Oh, okay. That's a really nice recovery off the lows. I mean, like at the lows of the week, Litecoin was at $80 and it's off the lows by 32%. Hey, it looks like it's gonna close above The 200-week simple moving average, that's good. But don't you want to be above like all these other levels, like 110, 113? Yeah, don't you want to be you see why 107 is so important? Is that swing low reversal from 2018 multiple times. It's been support in 2021. It's been resistance in 2023, 2024. You know how it is. Okay, so $65 to $66. If you're like a member of this community a long time, you know how big of a deal that level is because of its history. And that's right. But this is equally as important now. It's the next level that's super important. Above this is 137. And then above that, there's really just not many levels that are that important. I mean, you got 184, it's a reversal point, but it's like one time, two times. 66 and 107 to 110 are like, and then you also have like $40. They're all really important levels. So you were just up against one big time. Lind is up today, but good God, man. Off the lows by a lot, but going for your lowest weekly candle close on Lind since November 25th. This one had just had some pretty rough price action. The issue with this, it's really tough, right? It's either Bitcoin runs to 100K, and I guess Lind goes to 261, or something changes on the market where Bitcoin starts running and the alts catch more bids. It's either, 195 or 284, right? It means like flip a coin for real. Like this is Lind. You flip a coin, Chiefs Eagles, right? Flip the coin, it goes down 20% and tests 194 again. But if you flip the coin, it landed on the other side, it would go up 20%. Wow, 20% upside, downside. There's nothing you can really do here. Okay, when to test the 200-day moving average, nice. But it would be best. It would be ideal if we could get a second test, right? And then we could get some seller exhaustion on the 12-hour, the daily or something. You just have a more compelling argument. It'd be easy to strategize an entry, right? Set up a tight stop loss, and your upside's maximum. So if this asset loses 20% of its value and then starts trying to bounce, we start seeing some favorable price action here. We know the upside, the target would easily be 284 from there, and we'd have 43% upside. It could be a great swing trade if we could get down there one more time for a test. But so far, we'll have one test. You want the second. You want a local low. Then you have somewhat of an edge. And even down here, if you have an edge, you don't act like you know where it's going. You just know you have an argument to not own the asset below 185. That's why you set the stop loss up there. Because look left from history, it's some reversal points. So 36 minutes, dude. Eagles got this. That's pretty cocky. Oh wow, holy crap. I might need to go get ready for something. I think I just got invited to a crazy Super Bowl party. Yeah, I might not be able to stay around. I don't know what team will win. I want the Eagles to win, but I don't think there's an edge. I think this will come down to turnovers, freak plays, probably. It's a rematch from a couple years ago, if you remember. But yeah, these are two best teams. I don't think there's an edge. Okay, so yeah, Eagles though, go Eagles. Who wants a three-peat? Who wants the Chiefs to win 3 in a row and then be the first team in franchise NFL history? I don't want that. I don't think anyone else wants that. So yeah, go Eagles. Yeah, man. So we're just in really tough market conditions, crab market. Some maybe look a little bit better than others, but it's all about the levels. Really is. Let's look at Bitcoin's weekly before I get out of here. Okay. Well, you're going for your lowest weekly candle close since January 6th. So it's not even going to be the lowest weekly close of the year. That's good. You're just range bound, man. There's like really on Bitcoin, there's just nothing to worry about unless 90K breaks. Yeah, 90K breaks, it's going to be easy $5,000 drop. But it hasn't dropped yet. The buyers defended it again. But, you're elevated and people would be like, okay, one time they've tried, now 2 times. It's a double top. All right, very difficult to say. Okay, if it was a double top, well, we confirm the double top, breaking 90K. Right? It would only be a potential double top because I'm sure there are people out there that are like this. Yeah, dude, 1 and 2 confirmation high. Fine. If you're gonna say that, where's the neckline? Probably, I would say probably 90K. This level would have to break, and then it'd be confirmed. And then yeah, there's no telling how low this thing goes. Fib extensions 80, 85, 88K, low to high. Yeah, 83K actually would be the 1272. 1618, 76K, but that hasn't happened. It may never happen, or at least may not be happening anytime soon. So, flattest market you can imagine. Altcoins devastated, but we got some 886s occurring. Some M shapes are completing, but we're waiting on the type 1 reaction, right? Maybe we're going to get a new week, new price action, and all is well, no big deal. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go to this thing. I gotta shower and stuff. So yeah, sorry about no music today. My OBS computer, I don't know, something got screwed up. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, the bell, that sub on the way out. I'm gonna end the poll so you can just see how gridlocked this is. Look at this. Oh wow, okay, it looks like that's weird. 50% Eagles, 49% Chiefs. So that's not what it said. It's 50-50. 628 votes there. So, all right. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the T8. Go Eagles.